Welcome back to my channel, people. Charlie Morris back at you with another video. Today, I'm going to tell some stories. And before we start, let's do the CBD blunt time. Cause I got CBD, and I'm gonna tell you random stuff that I've seen happen, and everything else. Now, I was working on my first actual job, where they took taxes out, because I worked at the carnival. And I worked games, rides, everything like that, and made money. So no big deal. My first job is at Dairy Queen. I was working hard, and they kept cutting my hours. I'd work 2 days a week, Monday and Tuesday or whatever, and they'd probably send me home because they're not busy. So I was waking in about maybe 4 hours, 8 hours, if I worked both days, all the way through. So, I had to quit that job. I wasn't making no money, and I worked another job, so I was making more money on that job, than at Dairy Queen. So, I quit there, put my 2 weeks in, and, it is what it is. Now, my second job I had was where I got hired and worked a day a week at Domino's. But my second biggest job that I had was I worked at Ponderosa. And, everybody in the kitchen was way older than me. They was old enough to be my mom. So, that sucked because, I couldn't, move around good because, if we carry food into the cooler, we have to set it down. We have to open the cooler up and take it in there, because somehow if you're carrying a pan and you open the door at the same time, you get shot or, something, because they had a gun right or whatever. But I worked there about 2 weeks in a day, got laid off. So I was like, crap. And it was the same day as I was having my 21 birthday. So I was depressed. And at the time, my friend, worked at Pizza Hut. And, he put a good word in for me, and somehow the GM, gave me a shot. So I interviewed. I had to go through 3 interviews. All the shift managers had to interview me. So, it wasn't nothing big. So I got hired in as a cleaner. I worked 9 to 11, and Monday through Thursday. Yeah, Monday through Thursday. I come in, and, I had that store looking very good. The area manager will come in and make compliments about how good I'm doing my job, cleaning. So I said, I'm going to do better. I want the hours, I want, the title of, cook or, something like that. So I worked extra hard at, everything I do. And a position came open like dishwasher. I washed dishes. They needed a prep cook. And at the same time, when I'm getting all these promotions on new job, I still, worked 8 hours a week. That was like it. So, the GM at the time that hired me or whatever got fired. So a new GM took over. And he gave me a shot. He gave me a buffet manager. So all I done was, with the buffet, they had an open cook or whatever that'll make the pizzas. I just, ran the pizzas out when they got done. And I made sure everything on the buffet was good, like pizza, breadsticks, cinnamon sticks, pasta. If I'll go out there and I see that, they need that it'd be my job to come out there and tell the cook, and the cook would put it in, and when it came out the oven, I'd just take it out to the buffet. No problem. Now, I had a problem. The first time I got really, really pissed off at pizza. And, it probably wasn't pizza, it probably was the, GM and the shift manager. Give you an example of where I got pissed off. Now, the GM, made a rule or said the next person or anybody sees working and doesn't have the shirt tucked in is getting written up. So, I always tie my shirt tucked in, always looking at the pouring or whatever, looking real good. So, the oven cook, I was going in the back to get me a drink of pop, and she was coming from the back room, so we crossed paths, and she had her shirt untucked, and I made a comment to her, be like, hey, you didn't tuck your shirt in, the boss is gonna write you up. So she kind of waved me off, she didn't care. So, she left, and like I said, I worked with her mostly opening, because she was always opening cook, and I was buffet manager, so we worked together good, and done a job. Now, the problem was, is, the next day, the next day, she came in, and she looked very, very, the next day she came in, she looked very, very upset, pissed off. So, I went and tried to, wow, I tried to joke around with her, flirt something to make her, cause she was really, she was really, really pissed off. You can tell she was in a bad mood. And, at first, I was joking, flirting, trying to get something to make her feel a little bit happier. Or, when she was in a bad mood. Or she thought about it, didn't think about it, she just had a good day. So anyway, we're flirting. And she looks at me while I'm flirting with her, trying to make her smile, trying to make her a better experience at work. So she looks at me and she says, "You're funny." So I kind of chuckle. I said, I try to be. She's like, no, I'm serious. You're funny. So I said, okay. I said, what makes you think I'm funny? She said, I heard you've been talking crap about me. And I'm like, what? She said, I heard that you've been talking about me for my shirt not being untucked. And I said, no, I didn't talk shit about you. I was like, I just told you your shirt untucked. I didn't say to anybody else or anything else. Now, at the time, we're having a discussion. I'm at the mate table. So, she's at my back on the cut table, cutting stuff. And we kind of talk it out because the general manager said, you don't have to want to the manager, if you have a disagreement, you can talk it out. So me and her was talking out, we was talking out. And, we was talking about, me talking about her shit untucked. And we was sitting talking about 5-10 minutes. And finally she says, "I'm sorry, Charlie." It was like, I know it wasn't you. So I was like, cool. I was like, someone else. So the manager went and grabbed the DM, the general manager, and they took her in the back. And, they basically told her, to drop it or whatever. But, she told him, she said, we had a problem, we talked it out. But the shift manager didn't like it. And come to find out, it was a shift manager that was talking to crap or whatever. It wasn't me, but, she kind of made it seem like it was me, so, she get mad at me. But, it's like, it is what it is. So, she quit, and, the boss made me open and cook. So, I got a little bit more hours and stuff like that, and I was good. Now, we had, whoever ordered the truck, was not ordering enough, like bell peppers, salad. So, one day I'm working, and I'm open cook at the time, and, the, manager on duty, the MOD, said, "Charlie," is like, "we need to send you to Kroger's to get some, bell peppers or salad or whatever." So, I was like, okay, no problem, I could do it. Now, I didn't have to clock out, I was getting paid to go get whatever they needed. So I go in there and I'm looking around for what I, need or whatever. And this elderly lady comes up to me. And she said, "Can you help me find something?" And she said, "Do you work here?" I said, "No, ma'am, I don't work here. I work at Pizza Hut." And, she said, "Okay." So, a minute later, here she comes again. "Are you sure you don't work here?" "No, I don't work here, ma'am. I work at Pizza Hut." And, she walked away or whatever, and I grabbed her, what I was doing, needed, and I was going to leave. And she came back to me again and asked me a question about what something was. And I was like, "Ma'am, I do not work here. I work at Pizza Hut." And I had a Pizza Hut hat on. So I was like moving the Pizza Hut so she would look at it. And she got really, really pissed off. So, I went back, dropped the stuff off. It was cool. Now, let's talk about the promotions I got. I was cleaning captain, dishwasher, prep cook. Meaning, I went 9 or 11, I done rotations, and I was done. Buffet manager, opening cook, full-time cook, team member trainer, shift manager. Now, I worked my butt off. So, I done it, and the way I done it was, I had to show people that, I deserved it or whatever. I worked very hard. I prayed and I worked hard. Because some people think that, just because you ask the Lord for a better job means, you can't sit on your ass and not do anything. God will give you something. God will give you the ability to get promoted. It just isn't magical going to happen. You got to show your employees that you want to work hard, that you're going to need it. So, that's about it. I moved up and I got better at the job or whatever, and that's what it's about. Now, let's talk about the employees. When I first started, we was a group, we liked each other, joked around. Now, I work mornings. Like I said, at the time I was opening cook. So, I was working as cook one day. And, it got real busy. We had two servers, two clerks, and stuff like that, and a manager. So, I already knew what my job entitled to do. I knew how to do my job. And, they didn't hire nobody else as cleaner when I got promoted. So that tells you about how much I was hated on. So, when we're not busy, we have to find something to clean. No problem. So, on this day, I filled up a bucket of hot water, put a little degrease in, and I started wiping stuff down. No big deal. So, I'm wiping stuff down. The MOD manager on duty, goes by. Give me a minute, people. Aha, I found it. The MLD goes around, and she was the same manager that made that girl quit because she was talking crap about her. So I already knew, how to clean something. So here I'm cleaning, and he goes to the weights, and there's two weights, and they don't have a table, haven't had a table in about 45 minutes. So, I'm working down, and she goes to the weights and says, find something to clean. I don't care what it is, to clean something. So, it was this one girl, she was 18, 19, something, but she was under 21. So, she, started cleaning and everything, and the shift manager came in the kitchen, back area where we were, and I was already wiping stuff down. I knew my job, I knew what to do. The, manager, that, kinda recommended me for the job, already trained me, already told me, hey, we need to do this. So, I was doing that, I was wiping everything down, and the other cook wasn't. So, she replied to him that, you need to find something to clean. He was a little upset, but, what the hell. So, he got a bucket, started filling it down, and I started watching the, proofer and everything in the kitchen, the oven and stuff like that. And the manager, walked past me in the kitchen and walked up front. And I am, doing my thing or whatever, wiping everything down, making everything look good. And she goes up front, and you can clearly see her, and she looks down at one of the weights and says, what the fuck are you doing? And the waitress, you can hear her, she looks up at him and says, they won't scrubbing the floor, but they won't turn white. Now the manager looks at her and says, they're supposed to be black. So she looked at her and said, really? Come on, all over the towel, it's always black. It ain't white, it's black. So she said, yeah, you're right. Then, so she gets up in that, dinghy or whatever. So, now that's thing I'm talking about. She came in one day, I was opening cook, and she was a wait at the night shift. So you can come in and clearly see that, she had some kind of hangover or whatever, or, something like that. So she comes in and, she's in the back, and at the time, we had a work table and, we set our joints on that. So I come in the back, and I grab and I start drinking, a sip of my pop, Dr. Pepper, by the way, and I'm drinking, and the dingy girl looks around and says, I was so fucked up last night that I started snorting Comet. Now when I heard her, instantly, that dumb look on my face was like, you started snorting what? She was like, Comet. The stuff in the green can? Yes. Don't you know that shit can kill ya? Then her story changed. Then she was like, well, the people I was with started doing it. I wasn't doing it. And I'm thinking, you gonna let someone snort Comet, not say anything. And I don't know, but, that's random shit with me. Not really, know what I was gonna talk about, but, it is what it is. If you have an idea what you want me to ramble about, put it down below, and, tell me what you see on the flip side. Have a good day, people.